very much for giving me the opportunity. Basically, I believe that somehow when you look at, globally, religion has been hijacked. And we all use religion, whether it's India, Pakistan, Israel, America, UK, and everywhere, you could just see that it is highly politicized. We use it for our own interest, and I think few have taken the hold of religions in their hand, and they are trying to exploit the people in the name of religion. Having said that, I think it has, I believe, because I've been working across ethnic, sectarian divides, and of course religious divides in Pakistan and globally as well. And my take on from my experience is that all religions in the world, they have three fundamentals in common: humanity, peace, and love. But unfortunately, the majority of people who believe in these three fundamentals, they are silent. And few, have taken it as to just lead the religion on their own. They don't follow the majority. They don't lead the majority. They are not the spokesperson of the majority. And I think here, the silent majority, like us, we have to stand up. We have to speak up. And now I'm going to actually respond to your question. Basically, when we started this work, which was a very uphill and tumultuous task that we took on ourselves, that we are going to work with the radicalized youth of my area. I belong to the northwest part of Pakistan, which borders Afghanistan, and which is conflict prone, which is conflict affected, and which is, of course, you must have heard about the violent extremism that has grappled that community for almost 10 years. So we started with the mothers, and I really like my sister Huda and of course you, that it is the mother who actually instills the religiosity, the religious belief in her child. But when we started working with the mothers, we realized that it is this very innocent mother who needs to be educated. But first, her critical thinking must be developed. And her critical thinking led her to believe today that earlier she used to actually enjoy or rejoice over the martyrdom of her son when he would blew up himself. Today, it is the same mother who brings not only her son back home from, of course, the wrath of extremists, but also the sons of her neighbor and her sisters and her other family members. So I think the part of women here is so important. So we need to empower women at all levels, both economically, politically, and socially. And this is, I think, no religion forbids the empowerment of women. And I think all means the all here, we need to take two lessons back from here. One, and this is the recommendations that I'll give, because I think education is the answer. We need to make education inclusive. We call it peace education. I was speaking in the UN General Assembly a week back, and I said, what do we mean by peace education? Education has to be inclusive. It means that we have to actually teach our children that we need to respect all education, all religions in the world, no matter where they are and how they are being professed. Secondly, I think media has to play its role. Its role is so important, and it is through media that we can address some of the stereotypes. And believe me, it is the media who can really break or crack those walls that we always talk about. Somebody has to hit it. Somebody has to come up. Unfortunate part is we never have actually entered into a discourse around it. We don't publicly discuss it, that yes, your religion says this and my religion says that. We actually conducted sessions with Hindus, Jewish communities globally, and with the Muslim, with the Christians, and with different faith leaders in the world. And when they sit together, they don't know about each other's religion. At the end of the day, they say, oh, I had no idea that your religion says the same. So I think the commonality has to be drawn from the different religions. But secondly, we as social workers, as educationists, as policy makers, as member of the civil society, as business community and media, we have a responsibility to save our world from the scourge of war based on religion. We have to stand up. We have to speak against the use of and the misuse of religion, and we have to actually talk about making this world safe for our children, about peace education, about inclusive curricula, about inclusive education for all. Thank you so much.